We're up.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 2, day 4 of TCL. Your glorious casters, myself, Tilted Tom, and we also have Fruge, who managed to step up. We were going to have Bully on cast tonight. Unfortunately, he is sick. So, want to give a big thank you to Fruge for stepping up on such short notice. How you doing tonight, Fruge?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here, man. I'm excited to see these two teams play. I think it's gonna be a good match.
I'm glad to hear it. I think so too. Going into the match, first off, Mr. Production, if you could go back to thank you, sharing your League of Legends. Uh, yeah, tonight we are going to have, we have two great teams set up. We have the side of Tranimal with Chungle Control, and we have the side of 12-inch with the Footlongs.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I think
God,
think I think the story tonight's gonna be behind which bot lane comes out ahead, because Tactic's obviously a very strong ADC. So is Tail Whip, diverse champion pools. It's gonna be really interesting to see who can win that lane.
very much so. Tail Whip this season has been playing a lot of non-traditional marksmen in the bot lane. Not even like the marksman per se, but he's been playing a lot of Seraphine.
Yeah, big Seraphine fan.
They've been doing the Senna fasting a couple times.
Mhm.
So I'm really looking forward to see what they plan on bringing out in tonight's bot lane. As we are now getting into the pick ban selection here.
Yeah, and
Obviously,
I'd be pretty surprised to see Team Jungle Control leave up that Seraphine. I think Tail Whip is a very good player of it, and I think it kind of, irritates what Team Control wants to do in terms of like scaling and stuff. I think Seraphine scales incredibly well, and it just makes their life very difficult if they leave that pick up.
very much so. You can see the side of Jungle Control already banning out two of IREP's picks from the bot lane, the Shen and the Senna, followed up by the Urgot ban for 12-inch.
Yep, been playing that a lot in solo queue. We all know 12 inches team has played by far the most as a 5 stack, and that's his pretty much premier champion. Makes sense taking that away. The
Yep, and
first pick
then
Ezreal for blue side. I like that a lot.
it's a very common thing to do nowadays with the new Divine Sunder Frozen Heart build with the Muramana. Like, B1 Ezreal is just such a strong pick nowadays. It's actually kind of scary.
There's the Seraphine hovered. We'll see if they lock that in.
But we know it's not just going to be a hover. There's no way they don't
Yep.
just pick it here.
Yep, there we go. And we'll see what support Matthias ends up deciding on, because with Ezreal alone, that's a very difficult lane for Seraphine to punish. We'll see what he decides on though. I'd really like to see probably a Trundle is what I imagine he'd play. A lot of synergy with Ezreal Mystic Shot, and the Pillar of Ice makes those skill shots much easier to land.
Very true. I'm also interested to see what IREP is going to want to play with it.
Oh wow,
Whoa,
okay.
the
Morgana
instant
Ziggs.
zigs.
Snap picked. It's very interesting. I like the Morgana pick, the spell shield, very valuable, and the set pick into the Morgana. We'll see what Hippogriff can do with that. See if Matthias can spell shield any R's that come out.
Also wondering if they end up maybe flexing the set support, because I know that the way that they like to play their bot lane is they don't play for the winning lane. They just want to farm it out. They just want to handshake the lane and then help out their team. One of the premier things that I got a little leak from a scrim was they played Seraphine and Senna together, with the Seraphine taking teleport. And she would just like literally off cooldown run around and just help out every single person that she possibly could on the map, with the Sentinel also being able to follow up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if IREP is a set connoisseur. I know seeing set support tilts me in solo queue, just because of the pressure that he can exert with his E-pull. But yeah, we're going into the second phase of bans here, and it looks like Tranimal, or Jungle Control, excuse me, is banning the Pantheon and Hecarim away from 12-inch, and Red Side is just gonna keep throwing more bans at Tranimals, trying to
Just throw him
put
off
him
his
on,
game.
yeah, put him on something he's less comfortable on. He does still have the Jax open.
Trundle, I'd imagine, is for 12-inch. Looks like they're saving counter pick for support, and they're flexing the set as a top laner and a support. I like that a lot.
And we see little Garrett getting
Garrett
the
Jarvan
Jarvan
picked
this
that
game.
last week. Yep.
One of his more comfortable champions. Jarvan Morgana is kind of a nasty combo, not being able to get away from the
The
EQ.
Soul Shackles. Yeah, and the EQ.
And then we'll see what they round out this comp with for Tranimal here.
Interesting to see if little Garrett takes Electrocute or Conquer, because I remember him taking Electrocute last week. The Nocturne for Tranimal, he's been playing that a lot. Makes a lot of sense. Good carry pick. Now we'll see what 12-inch's team does with support. It looks like that set is going to be going top in a Maokai support.
Maokai is another one of IREP's more comfortable picks in the bot lane. He plays a lot of wacky stuff down there. Maokai support used to run rampant once he got those E-buffs for the AP ratio, but now that those have scales back, he's a lot less oppressive in lane, but those saplings, if you walk up to a bush, they can still chunk you for a lot of damage.
We'll see how IREP decides to play the lane, because with Twisted Advance being so easily countered by Morgana's Spell Shield, I'd imagine he's going to have a very difficult time playing in lane. I hope he looks to play for a more mid-centric playstyle, set up those saplings, set up a Ring of Vision, maybe get early Dragon Control for 12-inch's team.
Yeah, one other thing to talk about here is we have Althena on the Victor. Has he played a game of TCL so far where he hasn't played Victor?
I believe he has a 100% pick rate on it.
It is one of his also comfort picks. I am not foreign to his Victor. Althena is one of the members of the SUNY Canton League of Legends collegiate team that we have going on with ECAC. He's a great mid laner to play with. He always likes to get wave control. He always likes to set up plays for his team. And with 12-inch just being able to circle around him and try to keep him safe from the Jarvan and the Ziggs, he is nothing to scoff at. Like, once he starts getting farms, once he gets those upgrades, like, his Victor can just, like, stomp through that
Over a
team.
game, yeah. Yeah,
Especially
be,
with the Seraphine AD to keep everyone all healed up.
It's also going to be really interesting to see how Tranimal does into Hippogriff. Obviously, Tranimal, a little bit of a stronger, more lane-dominant player than Hippogriff. If he can generate a sizable advantage in that top lane, a Morgana E into Nocturne Ultimate can be a scary fate for anyone on the side of 12-inch's team. It's very difficult for them to deal with, because when you can't hard CC that Nocturne, he's just going to run rampant on your back line.
And he also gets the spell shield, so there shouldn't be that many worlds in which Hippogriff is able to, like, execute him with the W, because you know, if we lived in a perfect world, then Nocturne would be spell shielding more than likely either the set ult or the set pull. But both of those abilities come out very quickly, and you have to have, like, very insane reaction time if you're going to block either of those.
Yeah, realistically, it has to be a complete prediction for the E or the R from set. Is possible. That being said, a player like Tranimal, it truly would not shock me if he was able to pull off a play like that. But another interesting interaction, we'll see last week in TCL, we saw little Garrett getting set E'd out of his Jarvan combo. We'll see if that can make another appearance. It's actually fairly simple to do that on set versus Jarvan, and it can really give the Jarvan a lot of trouble. We'll see if that can be managed again.
You could also block it with the Trundle Pillar too.
Yes, you can.
If I remember correctly, there was, like, a clip a while ago that 12-inch posted in the plays chat where he blocked, like, a Nautilus hook with the Trundle Pillar, and it just, like, immediately set the Nautilus up to die.
Yeah, because then you're on top of a basically 50% slow. You're on top of the enemy team, but you're already zoning them with the Trundle Pillar. It's the worst of both worlds for the Nautilus.
And as we get into game, this is just a prediction here. I kind of want to say Little Garrett is going to be going Electrocute with more of a Bruiser build. One of the things you never want to do against a Trundle is proc Aftershock and then have him steal those stats from you with his ultimate. So the electrocute might be safer to just like get in there, get a little bit of extra chip damage, and then try to walk away from it. But we'll have to see as we're loading in now.
Yeah. Definitely electrocute or conquer. Yep, and he's gonna
Yep,
opt for
there's the
that
conquer.
conquer.
And we can also see
Yeah.
Tranimal doing the teleport
Ignite
ignite on
TP.
Nocturne.
Yep, so he's gonna be looking to pressure that lane early and often. We'll see if they look for any invades or if it's just a typical 5-point. I know 12 inches team likes to get a little spicy every once in a while and look for an invade, and you can already see the pings coming out to the top side. It looks like they're going to be moving towards that.
Let me full screen the stream real quick just so I can get a good bird's eye view on everything going on in this game. Tailwhip already flexing the Seraphine emote. She is real, in fact. I don't know the exact count on the days since her last tweet like Tailwhip does, but
Hey, more
yeah.
power to him. Looks like this invade's going to get spotted out by Little Garrett. I'm assuming nothing's going to come out of it. Trundle really doesn't want to level that pillar, level 1. Really throws his clear off. Just clearing some wards, getting some pressure.
And it looks like IREP's just going to try to keep fishing for those saplings in the bushes, just trying to track and see where Little Garrett starts. They
Yeah,
got good vision set up on the top side already, so...
I really like what IREP's doing right now with that early those 2 early saplings and the 2 brush. Really just trying to figure out if it's a red side clear or blue side clear and which side Little Garrett's clearing toward. It looks like Little Garrett's going to be clearing bot to top. And as a jungler, I actually like it a good bit because that Nocturne should have pressure in the lane, so that should be a winning fight on Scuttle if they were to opt for that. And it looks like 12 inches starting bot side, so they should meet on that Scuttle Crab come around 3.5 minutes.
You're not very nice, are you?
But yeah, looks like it's just gonna be that bot to top start. Hippogriff still playing in the try, waiting to see if Tranimal does anything spicy. But yeah, it's just gonna be like a normal stereotypical game of League of Legends from the start on both sides.
Tranimal already getting a nice little trade early. It's all just compounding for come 3.5 minutes when those 2 junglers are going to meet because they're clearing to the same side. Little Garrett skipping his Krugs. We'll see if he opts to do the Gromp instead of those.
Yeah, and he's just gonna...
for full clear.
Ty is finding the binding, but not that much that you can really do with the Morgana Ezreal early. Like, you'll get hit by a binding, you'll get hit by an Ezreal Q, but give it 30 seconds and you'll heal up most of the damage that you took.
Yep, especially with that Seraphine on top of the Maokai Sap magic passive. They will have no issue sustaining up in that lane.
Really something that you're only going to have to worry about on Ezreal's first recall once he gets that Sheen, because the Sheen damage, like a level 2 Ezreal Q with that is going to hit you for like 130, and
That will hit like an absolute truck.
It is deceptively strong early. The amount of poke that Ezreal has right now is...
Especially come level 6. Once Morgana and Ezreal both hit level 6 in that lane, a True Shot Barrage. Oh, and already Tranimal really forcing out the flash of Hippogriff. Will he go down to the Ignite? Lives the last 6.
Just barely.
Okay.
It was well played by Tranimal, getting the flash, balancing out the lane now.
Yeah.
Tranimal not having the flash, and now a Hippogriff not having the ability to flash for the next 4 minutes.
Griff gonna just TP back. Oh, let's see if Little Garrett gets a counter gank up here.
Yeah, we can see Trundle just going on the Nocturne. He just gets to walk away for free, finding the pillar on Little Garrett, also forcing the flash. He won't have EQ up for a little bit. This should just be a kill on Little Garrett.
Looks like it's gonna be first blood. We'll see if 12 inch and 12 inch will pick up first blood. Oh, looks like we're going into a pause.
Or just a freeze. Can't read the chat over that, but it looks like we're back.
Looks like 12 inch is gonna pick up this scuttle. We'll see if he gets the double scuttle.
I can imagine he just wants to just walk right through mid here. Maybe help Victor shove out a little bit, and then Victor can follow him down.
Yeah, control. Interestingly enough, starting with the Sapphire Crystal. Opting for that early mana over a Doran's.
Yeah. And you can also see Ezreal not starting the tier first, looking for that little bit of extra sustain that the Doran's Blade will give him in lane as we freeze up yet again.
When Control started the Mana Crystal, he wants the Lost Chapter back right now. That's what he wants. So this is awkward timing. They're not going to be able to contest this scuttle at all. On top of the saplings from Maokai, it makes it impossible for bot lane to show. 12 inch generating a nice little lead early.
Yeah, he's got the early kill. He got the first blood gold, the additional 100 there, and then he got the double scuttle crab. So he is pretty far ahead, already getting the Tiamat, double control wards.
On top of that, still has his
He's
flash up, no flash lost, so he's going to be looking to apply a lot of pressure, I'm assuming, on this next come around on the map.
yeah. He's gonna be going towards his top side. He's probably either gonna look for a gank top after that, or he might just want to walk into Little Garrett's jungle and meet him there, seeing as he doesn't know that he doesn't have the flash anymore. So if Jarvan makes the mistake of EQing a camp as soon as Trundle walks up, there is nothing he'll be able to do. And we have another fight in the top lane here real quick. Trinimal actually did the thing we were talking about where he
spell shielded the face breaker, right?
He did.
Didn't put it past Tranimal to spell shield that ability. Very strong mechanical player, I'm not surprised.
But
Hippogriff doing a decent job keeping up in CS despite everything. Only he's got his flash lost, so...
He picked up the tabbies to help reduce the amount of damage he's going to be taking from the Nocturne trades.
Yeah, and tabbies are really your go-to. Ever since the Bramble Vest nerf, you lose 5 armor from that Bramble. You lose a lot of the damage that it was providing. Tabbies are the optimal pickup. Goodbye by Hippogriff.
The Bramble nowadays is literally only bought if you just insanely need the anti-heal for it.
Yeah, your matchups like your Aatroxes. I'd say even if Hippogriff opted for the Bramble plus Tabby, I really wouldn't blame him in this lane, given the Nocturne passive, keeping him so healthy. But we'll see. Oh, we're gonna see a great flash by Althena. Good play.
That was Control, though.
Almost picking up the solo kill with Ziggs. You don't see that very often.
Wish we got to see how Althena got that low. I wasn't really paying too much attention to the health bars there, but having to blow his flash like that, he's more than likely going to need a little bit of help now against the Ziggs. But it looks like we have another fight brewing in the top lane here. Little Garrett walking up onto Hippogriff. Port coming in from Seraphine from the bot lane. How much can she do here?
I think it's just to deny the pressure.
It's just going to be the port to ensure that Hippogriff doesn't die here. Really good play.
Looks like Tactics is going to make Seraphine miss at least 2 waves off that TP, and
there's the dragon going down too with another fight in the mid lane. Althena getting a little low, dodging the Q. Both mid laners going to walk away on barely any health while 12 Inch's team is still on the dragon, just Irep and Trundle. And they're not going to be able to contest that with Jarvan top, but it looks like he might be trying to make a gank top lane in reaction to the dragon take.
Hippogriff could very well be dead here. He has the R, but it looks like he's getting out safely.
No ward set up by Hippogriff on the top side, so Little Garrett's just gonna drop the red ward in the tri-bush and take the Krugs while there's another little fight brewing up in the top side here. Just a nice little trade, nothing too fancy, just getting the lethal tempo proc, and Tranimal's probably gonna want to wait for that and a reset before he looks for another fight here.
Hippogriff doesn't have any vision right now. This could be a gank window for Little Garrett after these Krugs. We'll see what he ends up doing.
Hippogriff looking for the fight here, getting him load. Little Garrett might be looking here.
Not even looking for it. Oh. See what he opts to do. Tranimal's out of mana. I'd like to see Tranimal. Cancels the recall.
He's just walking. Garrett's still sitting in the bush. Hippogriff canceling the recall
can
again.
very easily kill Tranimal here with the R.
That's the spell shield down. And this should just be a dead Tranimal. I think that ult was a little overkill, honestly, but...
Yeah.
As we can see, there's the Trundle invading on the blue buff, getting hit by the Ziggs ult, getting the PTA proc, smiting for health, picking up the kill on Control.
Destroying Control. Just ran him over with that Trundle. He just stat checked the living hell out of him.
And now he'll just be able to take all of the top side, giving the blue buff to Althena, give him that nice little bit extra help to push up against the Ziggs.
Oh, this is the worst feeling as a jungler. Your entire top side's getting taken. You're already down a level to 12 inch. This feels like hell on earth. Oh man. 12 inch isn't gonna take his wolves though, so he'll have 1 camp left up there, but oh man, this feels really rough if you're the Jarvan right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. And we can just see 12 Inch taking the Rift Herald solo. Wonder where he's gonna try to drop that. What's your prediction on where you think he'll drop that Rift Herald after he takes it? Oh, but before you answer that, we have another fight happening in the top lane. Getting the set down to half health again. Nocturne just abusing the Q, move speed, the fear duration. Honestly, I'm a little scared about the Stridebreaker changes that are coming out next patch because I don't think you'll be able to walk away from Nocturne after that. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, I have seen them. Nocturne, R's on top of you, 90% slow decaying over 3 seconds. How do you play against that?
Exactly.
Those changes
He'll
are gonna be. He's
he'll
gonna be an
literally
absolute
just be able to
monster.
walk up to you, just hit his R, proc his E, use the stride. By the time your slow is done on Stridebreaker, you're feared, all while you're fighting inside of the Nocturne's Q extra damage.
On top of that, Nocturne E grants you bonus move speed when you're casting it onto enemy champions, so flashing away from it is already brutal enough.
Mhm.
But now with the Stridebreaker slow, it's once Nocturne R's you and he has Stridebreaker, you can just write yourself off as good as dead. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and we can see 12-inch here using all that early gold, already having a completed Titanic Hydra on the Trundle.
Jeez and Pete, he is ridiculously strong right now. I don't think anybody can even look at him the wrong way or he will punish the hell out of him. Victor, about to pick up his first upgrade, I believe. He's got around 72 CS. He needs 100, but you get a little extra for cannon minions.
And the fight happening in the top lane, Hippogriff looking for the ult on the while he's ignited. Jarvan coming up to bail him out. Will he get the kill though? Fighting inside of the cage.
Oh my goodness.
Flash Pillar, Nocturnal use here defensively, just trying to walk away from the Trundle here. Now that you're outside of his W range, oh, he's got it back up again. He didn't use it, XD. Yeah, they just get to walk away because of the Nocturnal just denying the vision on them.
Yeah, well played.
Oh, but it looks like we have another little trade here happening in the bot lane. IREP having to use his ultimate there. They were looking for the kill. We didn't get to see the whole fight there, but they're very chunked now. And they're just going to continue the lane pressure that they have established.
Yeah, Dragon coming up in about 45 seconds. We'll see if after this tower. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we had a looking like they just want to keep him away from the top tower. They still do have the Rift Herald available.
To see 12-inch reset head bot with that Herald, take Dragon, and bust open that bottom turret. But we'll see what he ends up doing.
I think I would agree. Jarvan is still sitting around the top side, just waiting to see if they do drop the Herald top. That might be another play. Which they are going to do.
They're going for the Herald, okay. We'll see what happens. Obviously not going to be able to take down this full turret, but...
Looks like they were just trying to get the plate gold. They're looking for a reset now, and 12-inch is just going to run right bot after this.
Might be looking for a second Herald play up top, but that Dragon just respawned, so we'll see. But, I mean, jeez, Peace controls bot lane, can't even play against the Seraphine Maokai lane. They're just getting poked to oblivion. Yeah,
they're just going to keep getting shoved out. Probably not going to immediately take the Dragon. Actually, they might. Seraphine is out of mana, so this... If they can get Jarvan and Ziggs with his R over here, they might be able to try to look for a fight. But I don't know if they will. This might just be a...
teleport up too, so...
Yeah, this might just look to be a cheeky Dragon take, but both junglers are here now, so a fight will probably ensue if this is forced, which 12-inch is just going to start it.
I can't imagine blue team ever tries to contest this Dragon take. It would just be spoon feeding 12-inch's team gold. Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah.
Just
I'm thinking about my team's ideology there.
Alrighty,
we take every fight we can.
Looking at a Cloud Soul game. Interesting.
Yeah, 2 Dragons already going over to the side of 12-inch's team. The air Drake would be pretty nice, but we have another fight brewing in the top lane. Every time we pan up here, it's action.
Just non-stop going at him. Nice little 30 CS lead for himself too, so he's been generating an advantage with all these skirmishes we've been seeing.
Yeah. Tranimal should still be up and farm. The assist actually might put him back over. If we could just check that real quick. But never mind. Yeah, he's got that 300 gold up.
Must be the tower platings. Looks like we're sitting at 4 platings to none in the top lane. Tranimal hasn't gotten to do very much work on that top tower. That's probably where most of the gold lead's coming from there.
We can see there's a lot of action on the top side. Trundle just used the blast cone over into the Baron pit, finding all 3 members of the team there.
Ooh, no spell shield to come out. Looks like good pillar by 12-inch. He's just going to be able to stroll on out and keep the shutdown.
Yeah, we're just gonna go back to the Wave Clear Wars mid lane. They still have 2 hovering around. Althena can't get too
Little
greedy here.
scrapping with Althena. This could be a kill window potential. Ah, Binding
Oh,
goes left. Good
Binding
dodge
goes
from
wide.
Althena. Oh, but
He has the Zanyas
oh my
available.
goodness, they're
They're
just
going
pulling the
deep for
trigger.
Althena here, but
Looks
Matthias
like
is gonna
Matthias
fall
is
to the
gonna go down.
tower.
Yeah, I'm a little overzealous there by Control's team. Good play by Althena though. Really
Yeah,
clean. Able to pick
using the
up a
flash
kill.
defensively, getting
Okay.
the kill there, but it looks like 12 inch is
Oh,
still
great
looking for
pillar
this.
by 12 inch. Looks like he's gonna go
Getting
down
the
to
killer. He's
the
ulted under the
Tetra.
turret, but yeah, he's gonna die in the Jarvan ult, but I still think
Shut
that's
down
very
the stage.
worthwhile.
Oh, it's great for red team. Luckily, Control was able to pick up that nice little shutdown off Trundle, so it doesn't feel too bad if you're Control.
But yeah, looks like we got Rift Herald spawning up pretty soon. Expecting to see junglers up there. Plate Gold is down, so you might just want to hold it and try to pressure a dragon with it. You can just
12
drop
inch
it
and
mid
IREP.
lane.
12 inch and IREP pivotally just dropped that bot turret, so we're probably going to see them rotate to mid after their next reset.
Mm-hmm.
They've very strong showing in the bot lane. He's already have his Moonstone. Tier's about halfway stacked. He's got a Dark Seal.
Oh,
Oh,
and we have Tranimal
like some
desync
technical
from the game.
difficulties.
And there's the
And
pause.
looks like we're going into a pause. Okay. I mean, this is blue team is really in a tough spot right now. This is it's already looking tough. Down 2 turrets to 0, 2 dragons to 0, 4.5k gold lead.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna need a big play in a big way. Maybe we can look for a big Soul Shackle play into a big Jarvan Cataclysm. I'm not sure what it will take, but it's
They're
looking
gonna
like the
need,
windows are closing.
yeah, they're gonna need some sort of insane wombo. You're gonna have to manage to find like maybe Althena and Tail Whip inside of the Cataclysm, and then you can just bombard them with all of Ziggs' abilities.
Into True Shot
Uh,
Barrage.
yeah, and it looks
I'm
like Matt here or Matthias is just gonna go for the Zanyas first. I like that when I play Morgana. Mythics are overrated anyways. You just get to build that. Once your flash is on cooldown, you can literally just flash into 5 people, get
Sonya's.
the movement speed from the ultimate that got added with her update, and then
Yep.
just Zanya's whenever you feel like you're going to be in danger, and you can ensure that you're going to get the snare.
100%, especially in a game like this where, you know, one fight can really turn the whole game on its head, and you really need one fight to go your way. Luckily
Mhm.
for Blue side, they got the Cloud Soul, not really the most impactful soul, but on a big move speed boost with the 10% from Cloud Soul, it could be very beneficial for stuff like the Trundle and the set for engaging and finding good flanks, though.
Mhm.
So that could end up falling blue team in a way they don't expect, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Maokai obviously opting for the Imperial Mandate. It's pretty much the typical build all around.
Yeah, this is I don't want to say this game is looking over right now. Blue side does still have a chance, but it is heavily favored towards the footlongs here.
I mean, it's definitely pretty dire game state. The one thing that's really going to work to blue side's advantage is the complete lack of attack damage from red team. Really, the
Mhm.
only AD threat is 12 inch and Hippogriff to an extent. Hippogriff not even having his mythic completed, opted for the boots early. It's not really a huge AD threat. His biggest threat's going to be his ultimate. So, but if
Mhm.
they can just kite 12 inch and maybe get some magic resist, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's definitely dire straits for blue team, but I wouldn't say it's the end of the world quite yet.
Mhm. Yeah, once we can just start getting more mythics out on the side of jungle control, uh looking to see that it's probably it might get a little bit better. Ezreal's probably close to getting his Divine Sunder. Zig's already having his Leandries, but just the fact that there are 3 members on Footlongs right now that already have their mythics items, with Trundle just being so far ahead right now. He doesn't have his mythic yet, but he's already got full boots, full Titanic Hydra with a
Yeah, to look,
Sheen.
he's
He's
going for
gonna
that
be
divine
hurting.
thunderer. He is going to pack a wallop. He's just going to melt through little Garrett. And then Tranimal doesn't quite have his mythic yet. We'll see if he can maybe make a play onto Tail Whip and IREP once he gets that up. But I'd imagine he'd have a really hard time killing either of them.
Yeah.
Especially with that full Moonstone already completed for Tail Whip. It's gonna be It's going to be really difficult, even if they land the perfect combo. If a good Seraphine W comes out with her passive, it could just wipe all the damage away. We'll see if
Yeah.
Control picks up an Oblivion Orb to negate a lot of that healing. That Amp Tome, we'll see what he ends up doing, but definitely anti-heal would be extremely important for blue side ASAP, whether it be a Bramble Vest, Oblivion Orb, or what have you. But
it looks like we should be getting back into game soon. Tranimal did reconnect. Looks like we're just waiting to make sure that everyone is back and ready to get into the game. Yeah,
and we're back.
we're done staring at the models standing still. As much fun as that is, because they can get in some pretty creative positions.
Yep, looks like 12-inch up 40 CS in the jungle too. Probably about to take a 2-level lead despite catch-up XP.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at a 5k gold lead too.
But yeah, we have the Stride Breaker completed on the Nocturne now. Looks like that's what he was waiting for, trying to see if maybe the pause would still grant him the gold revenue to get his item there.
Well, looks like we got Tail Whip rotating towards top here. Looks like they're going for that second Herald take, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
They got all the vision in the world for it.
It's the only objective up right now, but 12-inch is looking to get a little frisky here with Matthias getting the pillar, flashing over.
Wow, 12-inch is really deep. I'm not so sure about this. Yeah, and Control's gonna pick up the kill 1-for-1.
Yeah, they take the 1-for-1 support for jungle. I don't know if that was worth.
We got the Nocturne
but
paranoia
yeah,
coming
Nocturne's
out.
ulting in, landing the fear onto the Seraphine.
Great
Victor
play by Little
falling.
Garrett.
Seraphine forced to kite out here. This is looking
Hippogriff
a little
coming in on
rough
the
for
back
blue.
end.
There comes the set ultimate. Just gonna chase down tactics now.
He still has that flash up, and he's got a blast cone to work with.
He has the blast cone. He's gonna save the flash. Nocturne recalling in the enemy blue buff, but this is looking pretty good. But Control here might be looking to get caught out.
That flash up.
See if he can just W away though, and the teleport coming in from Tranimal to ensure that nothing more is gonna happen to him.
I think blue team might be looking to contest that Drake based off Tranimal's TP, but we'll see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, right now they do have the ultimate advantage, but another fight coming out, finding a pick on Matthias von Wells. Irep throwing the saplings, getting the slow. This might be a kill for Hippogriff. Q move speed, gets hit by the binding.
Oh, here we go.
And he's just gonna walk away.
Yeah. That last fight, I don't know about 12-inch going 1-for-1 like that. The last thing you want to be doing right now is giving this Ziggs gold. I mean, like, it's already tough to do Baron for red side. When you have a Ziggs bombarding you with those bouncing bombs, the satchel charges, on top of the R, this team does not take Baron very quickly. You do not want a Ziggs just free firing at you while you're trying to take that objective. But looks like they're going to be onto the Cloud Dragon, trying to move it.
They're starting the dragon here. Just gonna pull it out. See, Little Garrett might be looking to contest this. This will put red team on soul point. I don't know if they'll be able to. They should just poke him out, but Little Garrett's positioning in.
There's the R. Oh, good smite bite.
Trundle does get the smite.
Yeah.
Oh,
smite
no,
yeah.
Okay, it's a little
yeah,
glitchy
little
for
lag
me,
down the
but-
visual. Yeah. Good smite by 12-inch, picking up that soul point. One away from the Cloud Soul.
Looks like they're just gonna.
Control's team is going to take down this mid tower with the satchel charge. It's super low already.
There should just be a tower. They have the Jarvan auto, but Trundle getting the pillar, not looking to find anything else after that. Or maybe they are. Seraphine porting in.
The Seraphine
finding the ultimate. Seraphine in the Cataclysm. Trundle just slapping around Matthias von Wells. Oh, got a little bit of a freeze here. I couldn't see what just happened there, but Control somehow managed to find a kill onto Seraphine.
Picks up Seraphine. Yeah, that's Seraphine TP flank. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, Tail Whip is a very... Oh, well, I'll come back to that in a minute as we have the Paranoia coming onto the Victor. Hippogriff ulting away for the peel. Finding the Q. This is looking like Tranimal might die here. Barely avoiding the Q. Getting hit by the Black Shield. My god.
Alrighty, this game's just non-stop action. Oh, here comes the arc from Control. Just clear out the wave.
A little bit of chip damage, a little bit of wave clear.
Oh, True Shot Barrage.
Not finding the Trundle there, but... Looks like Trundle's just gonna walk back into his topside jungle. He can clear that camp with Trundle passive, just healing off of every unit that dies around him. He's not worried about executing.
Not even close. I like that Control's already picked up that Oblivion Orb like I touched on. It's already gonna be cutting that Tail Whip healing in half. 40% rather, but gonna be doing a lot with that. And it looks like he's going for the looks like he's going for Archangel Staff next, trying to finish that Seraph's Embrace. He'll be putting out a ton of damage very soon.
Oh yeah, especially once he finishes stacking the tier, he should be able to finish that relatively soon after he finishes stacking his tier, just immediately getting the Seraph's Embrace.
Tactics on top of that, he's probably going to be getting close to his mana immune. The blue side's going to be looking for a huge spike. It should be around the time that that 4th dragon and soul spawns. So we'll see if blue team, that's where they make their stand.
Yeah, that soul is probably going to be a make or break point. You know, there's always the chance that you can wait out Elder, get a Miracle Steal, or just get the pressure to get the Elder after the soul, but it looks like
really
Trundle... Oh, go ahead.
Looks like he's just looking for these raptors.
And just looking for a
Garrett?
smite fight. Garrett gets it with the auto. Immediately EQs onto the red buff here.
Here we go. Might be in a tough spot. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, 12 inch is
he's-
just going for it. Blastcone's right there though. Red buff resets.
Hippogriff is around though, just to ensure that they can get this red buff. Ziggs is gonna be looking for the poke damage, but without a lot of vision over there, you're just kind of throwing darts and hoping it hits the board.
But if it hits that board, those Ziggs bombs are no joke right now. They're already pumping out decent damage.
Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna give the red buff over to Hippogriff. See what he can do with that. He's picked up the Gore Drinker, opted not to go for the Stride Breaker into
Oh,
a more
Irep
melee
looking for
comp.
an ult here onto Ziggs.
Oh,
This
here
is
we go. This is a little far, but it looks like it's just gonna zone him off the turret, but there's no wave to show for it because Control's been doing a great job clearing those out on repeat.
yeah.
It's just so difficult to siege against the Ziggs, man. You gotta look for some kind of flank.
Yeah,
That's why I was
it's
surprised they didn't opt for that second Herald and just pick it up when they had the chance.
It's going to be very
Man.
hard to push into the blue team, though, with the Ezreal and the Ziggs, but Victor matches that wave clear pretty well with just the E.
Yeah. Control's gotta make a pretty...
Oh,
catastrophic
Garrett
move.
finding
Oh, good.
Trundle in the jungle, using the Cataclysm, flashes away from the binding. Pillar is going to dissuade the EQ. That was a very nice pillar from 12-inch there. It pushed him
Yeah.
just ever so slightly back so that his Q didn't connect to the Demacian standard.
Yeah, great play by him. But I mean, they burned his flash just for the just for little Garrett's Cataclysm. I mean, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The
And
paranoia.
here's the
straight in
paranoia
there.
coming back in. Stride Breaker
Throwing
slow,
that
getting the
flash is
flee.
down. Looks like he's gonna go down.
True
20
Shot
HP.
Barrage goes a little
Ignite.
wide, but the
Nice.
Ignite does
Control
get the
picks it
kill.
up.
The ult there just for safe measures in case the Ignite didn't get the
and
kill
that's
there.
huge. Blue team's gonna be able to pick up all that vision control before Cloud Soul spawns. They're gonna be able to deny this. I'd have to guess.
Yeah, this looks really good for blue team right now. Just being able to find that pick on the jungler. Dragon spawning relatively soon. Don't
Big
have
play for
timers on.
Tranimal. No hesitation, just pulling the trigger when he saw that flashless Trundle in mid. Just a massive overextension, but a great play by Tranimal. Yeah, and the TP back, they're just looking for this on spawn. 12-inch still down. They're not going to be able to do this dragon if you're red team.
Probably just gonna try to poke him out of the pit if they can, but they are grouping up here.
This could be a big Seraphine R if they look for it, but there's no way you can walk into this choke against Ziggs. It's just a death sentence.
Yeah, this is just gonna go right to blue team. He gets hit by the binding there. He's just gonna be able to EQ out.
Be A-okay, yeah. Great play by blue team. They're really crawling their way back into this game.
Yeah, they managed to find the pick on the jungler there, get the objective before he can respawn. Now the only objective on the map is Baron, but it looks like red team's just
Hey,
gonna
look, red
walk
team's
right
just
towards
going
it.
Straight for it. Control still has his TP up though. I don't know about this. I don't know if you can do this if you're red team. You do not have the DPS for this. Oh, but they're just going right into it. They're starting
Yeah,
it.
they're just looking to start this. They knew that
Control-
a lot of
Control
blue
already
team was gonna have to
came
reset
back.
after that.
I can't quite see the Baron HP. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they do not have a very fast.
Still sitting pretty,
Baron
a
on
little
red
over
team.
half health. Blue team is here in order to contest this though.
Control starting to throw out the bouncing bombs. This is not where you want to be if you're red team.
Morgana finding the bind, but I don't think it's gonna matter very much. As Trundle's just gonna walk at her.
Take out Alpina.
True Shot Barrage settle coming in. This is looking
You can't do Baron
really bad
against
for red.
Ziggs. You can't do Baron against Ziggs. It doesn't work.
Set's just gonna keep trying to get
Great
the
bouncing
Ezreal, but
bomb.
Ezreal is gonna be really good at kiting this out.
Everyone's gonna go
Hippogriff
down.
is
This is gonna be Baron for blue team.
yeah. They can just start this. Irep having no mana here, the only member surviving on Footlongs. He's just gonna have to sit here and watch. He's gonna try to look to poke with saplings. He actually might be able to stop this.
Little
They're all
Garrett quite
very
low.
low. Throwing
it
an
looks like he's gonna
ultimate.
force him off it. Control should block this so everyone else can walk out. Yep, good block
Yeah,
by
very
him.
good
Flag
play
shield.
by Ira up there, salvaging what was a bad fight and making sure that the Baron is still alive, not taken by blue side.
Man, that was a doomed fight. Blue team just almost equalized the gold. They're only 1k down. They were down 5k 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, they're holding on strong here. They're not looking to go down without a fight, and they're proving that here.
Well,
They're
opting to pick up that blasting wand. He's gonna have Morellonomicon soon. He's gonna be basically negating Seraphine as a champion.
yeah. I'm wondering if Tranimal might be looking to buy a Shield Reaver though. Red side does have a decent amount of shields though, with the Set W, the Victor Q, and then Seraphine existing as a champion.
So we'll have to see what he ends up pulling out. Little Garrett, I like the op for the Thorn Mail. Anti-heal's an incredibly valuable stat against all of their members. Outside of Victor, obviously, but everyone else it's just incredibly valuable against. I'd like to see him pick up something like a Gargoyle Stone Plate next, so he can just RN and just be untouchable from the enemy team.
Yeah.
Let's see if 12-inch can look to punish him by R'ing him, though, when he activates that Stone Plate, because that's a lot of free resistances a Trundle can pick up. Looks like they might be going for Tactics up here. Let's see if they can catch him.
Tactics doesn't have any vision set up here. He's just gonna
Should
look
be
to
A, okay.
get the
Just
pillar. He
Arcane
just gets to
Shift.
phase shift away.
Yeah, just Arcane Shift out. Just another day.
But it looks like Red pushing in from mid, but as soon as they're gonna get that wave there, Zig shows up just to stop the clear.
Red picking up the red buff on bot side.
Ooh, that tower is just barely on a little health. That's one more minion wave away from dying, but like I said,
Yeah.
trying to push into the Zigs, it's gonna be really hard to get that wave there.
Just so brutal. I mean, he's got double mana item, he's got blue buff. This guy's gonna be throwing bouncing bombs till the cows go home, man. Like, it's just impossible to play against. And with the Leandries he's been doing percent max, it's not where you want to be if you are the red team.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
That
this
cannon minion sitting there healthy, that's just gonna be the mid tower.
tower finally gonna go down.
Pillar goes a little wide there, you know, just a little bit more forward. Ziggs gets caught out, but no harm, no foul. Both teams just gonna walk away after taking the mid tower.
Yep. Oh, control not gonna get interrupted. Finally picks up that Morellonomicon and a couple control wards. Looks like all the... Oh, here we go. Tranimal looking for a little 1v1 on
Animal
Hippogriff
looking for the
here.
fight, getting the ignite, throwing out the Q. Does get
Hippogriff might
ulted
be in
back
trouble
though.
here.
Jarvan is here.
Oh, goes one for
That's a-
one though.
Yeah, and he's still looking for the fight. He goes out fight until the very end. That's gonna be just a 1-for-1, but sending 3 bot here. They are giving up a lot of Baron pressure for walking down there, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be prioritizing that. They're looking for the soul here.
Drake spawning in less than a minute. I mean, it's just so hard to do Baron as red team. We saw what happened earlier. It's just, you can't do it against Ziggs. He just gets to free fire on you. And you
Yeah,
can't
you're-
just flash twisted advance him because Matthias, I'm assuming, can just press Black Shield on him. Oh, but Tactics, kind of in a rough spot. This control ward's going to spot these guys out, though. We'll see if he can get away.
He's just gonna look to walk away here. We'll see if they manage to find him here. Pillar's up. Walks away from the slow field, having to flash. IREP following with the
IREP
flash.
not quite in range with
Just
the
out of
flash.
range for the W.
This could be...
He is getting the
catastrophic.
ult. Matthias flashing in.
Flash in.
Misses the bind.
Misses. I do not think
This
it's...
is big
Garrett with a
Seraphine
big
ult.
EQ. Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is
Looks like
looking
Garrett's
really
gonna
good.
go
12-inch
down.
picking up the
Looks like
kill,
12-inch
but
is
looking
gonna
to
go
fall
down.
afterwards.
No junglers on either side. We'll see what happens for this dragon fight. Anything can happen now. Tactics looking for a flank. Taking a page out of Tail Lip's book.
Blue side having the numbers advantage here. Can look. Hippo is fishing for a fight here. I don't know if he's gonna want to find it though.
You do not want to just walk into blue
Yeah.
team here, red side, and Tranimal just pulls the trigger.
Tranimal
He's
ulting
gonna
in,
go
getting
one
the
for
kill,
one.
trading his life for it. Now down 3 versus 2. And it looks like red side still just wants to keep pressuring this.
Yeah, neither team wants to walk away from this because that Cloud Drake being up. See what happens.
Hippogriff very low, no port available yet, so he does not want to look to reset here.
We'll see if either team opts for the burger flip with no smites up. It should be.
Looks like
Should be
both sides are
interesting.
just going to be waiting for their junglers to show up, both pathing directly down to the dragon here.
Yeah, none of them doing anything too crazy. Interestingly enough, 12-inch is pathing. We'll see if control just cuts him off. Nice, he's taking out that blast cone.
And Jarvan just looking to start at red side, getting the port in from
The
Seraphine.
TP back from Seraphine, yeah.
Malkail
Malkail.
finding a target. Pillar spotted. Seraphino hitting
Seraphine catches tactics.
Hippogriff finding the ult here. Little
Gold is
Garrett
getting
in a
melted on the
pretty
back
deep
line by
in the
Hippogriff.
backside.
Hippogriff almost just one-shot control with that W. Holy cow.
Yeah, and they're just gonna look to take Soul there.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see what happened at the bottom side of the fight, but little Garrett just in there 1v3 inside of his own Cataclysm. I don't know if that's where you want to be against that team.
And it looks like they're just going to be able to path up to Baron. We'll see if Control does have that TP up, but this is going to be a tall order to contest this one, I'd imagine.
He's looking for the port here. He does find it.
Oh, that's a pretty greedy port. We'll see if they punish it, and they will not. Okay.
I don't think it was spotted. He misses the crab. Tried to get the steal in, but he's just going to have to look to keep poking him out. IREP's looking for the zone, though. We're just going to see how much damage he can get with these bouncing bombs.
Looks like they're just turning off Baron. They don't want to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, honestly,
Wow.
a safe play with members respawning. They might have looked to greed there, but I think they were just scared of all of the Ziggs burst damage that you could do.
Yeah,
You get hit by a Q ult there, like that's that's more than a quarter. That's like 3/4 of your health bar.
Yeah, PTSD was kicking in for 12 inches team on that second Baron take. They were not having that again. I have to imagine 12-inch said, "Get the hell out of here. We're not doing this again."
More than likely. He does have the Divine Center. Yeah, red side's looking pretty strong here. Gold advantage only up 3k right now. But many power spikes have already come through that we never got to talk about. Seraphine finishing the Moonstaff with her Staff of Flowing Water, and has the Zonius now for the
Zonius
extra
top
security
it.
that it offers.
Yeah, super hard to kill for Tranimal. That's going to make his life rough. Ezreal obviously picking up the completed Mura mana. Looks like Control is opting for that Rabadon's Death Cap over a Void Staff. He just picked up that second needlessly large rod. That'll be coming out soon.
Yeah.
And
Pies
Tranimal
Funawell's
going-
finding
yeah,
the
completed
wild
Zonius.
tree sitting in the jungle there. Just got a little bit of poke damage, but honestly, he lost the poke war against the saplings.
Yes, he did. Maxing that Black Shield second. I like to see that. Be doing a lot of work against the Maokai and the Seraphine.
But yeah, it's looking now for the most part. Both these teams are just starting to chill out, collect the farm that they can.
I mean, one of the things I noticed in that last fight is if you're Matthias, I think you have to kind of rely on tactics to E or flash that Seraphine R or the Maokai W, just to stay out of range of those. You kind of have to save that Black Shield for your Ziggs, because that's your consistent DPS magic source. I mean, Control will carry these fights if you give him the resources to, but if he's not given the correct peel tools, you know, we almost saw him got one shot in the last fight.
Yeah, Ziggs is very glass cannon right now. He is almost 10 per with 306 farm, but before we talk about that, let's a little bit of a scuffle. You know, finding the Trundle in the top side jungle here, just trying to see what kind of vision they can find, how they can control this fight.
Yeah, it looks like they just want to scrim. Oh,
Oh,
Interesting
Malkail goes a
left there,
little
Archer.
wide there. Probably thought they were going to try to commit more onto the Trundle, but
yeah.
they're just going to
Guess
look to
so.
walk away, and
I mean,
that's
if
a
you're red
Malkail
team-
down.
Yeah. I mean, potential window for little Garrett to pull the trigger if someone advances too far, but I'd imagine if you're red team, you're just waiting for Elder to spawn. It's a much easier
Yeah.
objective to take than Baron. It's more suitable to the red side of the map versus the blue, so it's a much harder objective for blue team to contest, but we'll see what they end up doing.
Yeah, they've seen what happens when they try to look for the Baron. They might look to start it here just to try to
Oh,
force a
here we
fight.
go.
They do see that the Nocturne is bot side. Nocturne has
Well, that
teleport available.
up. Yep. Looks like
He's looking
we're
to
gonna
reset.
spot
They're,
him out. Here comes
oh,
the
yeah, they're
pillar.
just looking to turn this
Seraphine
big Seraphine ult, finding two
Control
targets,
off
followed
by-
by Hippogriff's ult. Inside the Cataclysm now, little Garrett
Control's not
flashing
good. No
out.
one's going down.
Nocturne ulting,
team's
then
still
teleporting in.
Looks like Hippogriff's gonna go down. Control's in a great spot in the back end of this fight, but they're getting
Yeah.
melted by the Victor.
No, they proc the GA on Tranimal here. They're just going to look to keep poking him down. Seraphine flashing in, finding the Q, missing the E, twisting advance, finds the Nocturne, getting the kill.
Tactics is still super healthy here, though. We could see him make a big play on the back end of this fight. With
Those Seraphine
E's.
shields and healing are
Jeez,
just
I'm
going to...
peeved.
Yeah,
They can't burn
she's just
through
going
it.
to keep looking to try to heal her team up after that fight. They're in a really good spot here to just like not even have to worry about recalling, finding more poke damage onto Control, and they're just going to look to pressure the mid tower.
Goodness, Tail Whip almost going down to that bouncing bomb. I'd imagine if that Arcane Comet hit, he may have died, actually.
It was very close. But yeah, looks like Ziggs ult going into mid lane, trying to fish for a kill, doesn't find anything. Yeah, if you're red side, I don't know if that's like exactly what you want to do, but they just look to start the Baron there and then turn off to force the fight, finding a couple picks. My guess is that they are just gonna wait. They're gonna try to keep up vision on the top side of the map and then wait for the Elder Dragon to spawn.
Personally, if I'm red side, the last thing I want to do is give a Ziggs any more gold towards his death cap in terms of trading kills before this Elder Dragon that's spawning. I think he's just going to complete it right here. Yep,
Yeah, he's just gonna pick it up. He is insanely strong right now. The amount of poke damage that he's gonna be able to just keep dealing if they just can't get back to him is gonna be absurd.
He's got that blue pod ticking and everything. He's going to be a monster at this next Elder fight.
Yeah, Elder spawning in less than a minute here. Not a lot of vision set up around it. We have wards in the river, not a lot of forward vision. We have the one ward from the jungle entrance on red side. Trundle getting spotted out on the top side of the map, dodging the poke damage. I rip
Team's got a
sapling.
nice little line of vision in the river there. All they need to do is run sweepers through there and clean out the rest of that.
Oh, Tranimal in the bot side. The Hippogriff fighting 4 people.
Nice, they force out the flash, but Morgana's zone is not a cooldown you want to lose. Here comes the
Nocturne
paranoia
ultimate.
pulling the trigger.
Finding in Ziggs ult dealing massive damage.
12-inch getting melted.
Seraphine ult finding Tranimal, getting the kill there.
Two-shot barrage almost knocking out Tailwind.
Cataclysm coming in. Red side coming out advantageous so
Tactics.
far,
I'm
and
not
they're
sure
going to
that's where you
keep
wanna
looking for
be.
more.
Tactics.
Tactics finding his own death there, and Althena's just looking to keep going.
Tactics just walked up slowly and died. I'm not sure what happened at the end there.
Alright, this is now the Zig show where he's going to sit here wave clearing and maybe try to get an Elder Steal.
We'll see. Doesn't have that Mega Inferno Bomb up quite yet. It might be up for a chance at a steal though, but it looks like he's not even going to look for it.
Yeah, he's just going to try to get it. He's probably going to try to set up a little vision around Baron, because the smart play from red side here is just to take the Elder Dragon, immediately walk up to the... He's looking to port here. It's a late port though.
Oh, a little late there, Control. I like the thought, but dang.
Yeah, they're just...
Oh man.
looking to reset here. Althena's gonna get the blue buff or Seraphine, either or, and then
The Elder Soul Maokai saplings are about to do work in the jungle.
yeah, this Elder fight here is going to be, or not the Elder fight, the Baron fight here is a lot more in the favor of red side now. They, you know, in the past they've been looking for the fight, they're getting poked up by Ziggs, but with the Elder Dragon, they can just like turn the fight hard and then just get the executes off.
Whip taking no chances picking up that Banshee's Veil to deny some of that damage from Control. I like that purchase a lot. They're about to pick up the Scuttle Speed Shrine. I don't think this is a time or place where you can even contest Baron anymore as blue side, even with
It's
all your
looking
members.
very dire for blue side. Morgana using the Black
Matthias
Shield
might be in
early.
trouble.
Won't get affected by Pillar. Trundle
Control
walking
call
away,
from
getting
Pillar.
hit by the stun, getting poked out, getting the Sterix proc, Ziggs ult out.
But
Red side's just gonna walk away, and they can just walk right to the Baron now.
honestly, after getting that Mega Inferno Bomb, yeah, I can't imagine they wouldn't just pull the trigger. Franimal still has that TP up, but if I were him, some things you just kind of let go, you know?
Yeah,
This
he
isn't
might just be... He has ample time right now to try to get that bot turret. That might be a worthwhile trade, just getting a little bit of gold in the pocket. True Shot Barrage, just a little bit too early. Try to get the steal there. Red team now with Elder buff and Baron.
If
They are in a
looks to keep
very
going
strong
down
spot
on the
here.
bot side. Nope, looking to recall. I'd like to see him continue push that, especially with the TP up. Try and generate some reason for blue side to go back and stop you, but looks like it's just going to be a 5v5 strong with Elder Baron for red side.
Yeah. Cloud Soul really showing its prowess. Only ult that they're missing right now is from the Maokai. But, you know, just like one good Seraphine ult here is going to end the game.
100%. Even a Seraphine ult that catches 2 members with Elder, you're just going to get melted.
Yeah.
But nice bouncing bomb there.
Oh, Pillar finding
Oh, here we
3
go.
people. There's the Seraphine ult.
There's your
Finding
Seraphine ult.
Matthias.
Matthias goes
Yeah.
down right away.
There's the Trundle, or not Trundle, Maokai ultimate just going in, and with the inhibitor down, wave here, they have to rely on their wave clear against Baron. Ziggs is going to be
versus
looking
Baron
to
is not a
poke
good
wherever he
time.
can, but
Tactics taking the death rate from Victor. Looks like red team just wants to pull the trigger and end this game, and I don't think blue team
Yeah.
can stop them.
no, yeah, they shouldn't be able to stop them here. Nocturnal
There's just-
finding the target.
I mean, there's
Trundle's
just
just
not
going to
enough
keep
damage.
smacking the Nexus, though.
Yeah, that's going to be game 1.
Yeah.
There's just not enough damage.
Game 1 goes to the side of the Footlongs
Yeah.
with a very I'd say that was an impressive showing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I
They're
thought
definitely showing that they are a well-oiled.
I'm very impressed by Control's team showing that fight back in the mid game when they were down that massive gold lead, making a game. Holy
Oh,
cow! Yeah,
that's a heartbreak to watch.
that is Ziggs against Baron.
That
He
is
uh he just pumped out the
62,000
damage.
damage.
Wow.
It's just ever so slightly disheartening, but
Yep.
yeah, even with that amount of damage though, just like they did the damage, but it didn't really come to anything with 4 or 5 objectives, 6 if you count the Elder, going over to the side of the Footlongs, and with the Elder and the Baron buff, they can just close the game just like that.
Seraphine healing. Holy cow. 30,000 healing. Trundle passive obviously doing work, but that's happening all the time in the jungle. But that Seraphine W healing is just absurd.
Yeah, but yeah, that was
Overall,
honestly
really
like I was
awesome game one.
yeah,
Really great showing from Control's team, showing a lot of fight. For
yeah,
Animal having a decent showing outside of getting solo killed by Hippogriff, which was a very, very impressive play from Hippogriff's part.
Mhm. I do want to see how blue side here jungle control manages to change things up for game 2 though. I don't know, like I said, they're the bot side for Footlongs is very hard. They're very adaptable with their playstyle.
I just can't see the Seraphine making it through again. That lane just seemed horrible for them to play against with the Ezreal Morgana.
Hmm.
Even with those black shields coming out, they were still getting poked into an oblivion. I just have to see one of those getting taken off the table here, and I'd imagine it's the Seraphine for tail whip.
I would have to agree. But yeah, with that wrapping up game 1, we are going to be taking a short break to recuperate from that incredible first game. So we will be back to you in just a few minutes. Alright, welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, gamers, everyone watching TCL tonight. Thank you once again for joining us for this, looking like a banger of a series so far.
Yeah, hoping Control's team can take this next game because I'd love to see a game 3 from these two teams. That was an awesome first game.
That was. Both sides going back and forth, relatively even for a good chunk of the game there, but just the Dragon lead accelerating into the Elder, going for the Baron. You're not going to be able to stop a Baron Elder push. It's pretty hard to get around both of those objectives together.
Ziggs is doing a pretty damn good job at first, but it's just too much at a certain point.
Especially once there's 5 people walking down with the Baron wave.
Yep, and
But
an Elder to one-shot you with. You kind of just have to take your licks.
yeah, but thankfully, we're going into game 2. We won't have to worry about those objectives for a little bit. We'll have a nice, 25, 30-minute breather before we have to, clench up a little bit and try to focus up on how to play around that. But we are in draft right now for game 2.
It's like looks like the sides are remaining the same. Blue side for Team Control and red side for Team 12-inch.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if they take away that Seraphine Shen off the board right away. Gangplank in response.
I don't think that the side of 12-inch is really going to have to change up their bans too much. I feel like they're perfectly fine giving B1 Ezreal here, just because they're not going to interact with it at all. That's just not the way that they play bot, so...
Nope, not at all. But we'll have to see if, Team Control thinks that the reason that bot lane wasn't going so well was the Maokai or the Seraphine. I'd have to imagine it's the Seraphine ban coming, but they take the Senna away again.
Take the Senna, and what was their last ban for the last game? Urgot,
for
yeah.
12-inch.
Oh, they're getting rid of the set from
Set.
Hippogriff.
Interesting. They thought that was a big issue. He did play exceptionally on it, getting a solo kill, playing a bunch of fights very well, almost killing
Yeah,
Control.
being able to fight, and there's the Ziggs ban. They
Ziggs
realized
ban,
that that's a pretty big problem that they ran into. And
62,000 damage is a lot of damage.
yeah, and they're gonna respect it. Just say, hey, please give us some levity on objectives here.
Yeah, we want to not get murdered on every objective we ever try to take. Just wipe that one away. We'll see what Control pulls out of his hat to respond to that Ziggs ban with, though.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the B1 Ezreal. It's
Ezreal.
Tactics comfort pick. It's pretty strong. One of the top tier ADCs right now. Nothing wrong first picking that. Seraphine coming out again
right
from the side.
Not a surprise. And we'll see if 12-inch. We'll see if they opt to pick jungle here, because that Urgot is open. I'd imagine second phase, if it's not picked, it's getting banned for him.
Yeah, he's just going to look to grab it here, because the Victor is open too, so Althena is probably just going to look to take that again. Morgana coming out from Matthias again, looking for the hover here.
Looks like they're going for the same bot lane. Maybe the old run it back. The salty run back.
The bot lane salty run back.
I don't think it's going to go... Oh, the Wukong hover is interesting.
Oh yeah, they did have to trade away the Wukong bang for the Ziggs here, so Trinimal might just be looking to pick it up. Maybe a flex into the jungle too if the matchup's not that good, but...
It is, right away.
Yeah, we'll see what they R3 here. Or B3, my bad. My colors are difficult to see. But yeah.
Imagine it's a support pick. Yep, there's
just the Morgana again, and this should just be the Victor here. It's probably going to get banned if it goes into phase 2, so...
We'll see if, we'll see what Hippogriff opts for in the top lane against that Wukong. Mordekaiser being very popular into it, because you don't really suffer from that Wukong passive as much. We'll see what he opts for. There's the Victor right away, R3 like you said. We are into ban phase 2.
Yeah, we'll see if we want to change up any more bans. We already have the Wukong shakeup, we already have the Urgot shakeup, 12-inch getting his main champion. One of them, that or Pantheon, is his 2 preferred players, but they're going for the Lissandra ban here from Control. Relatively safe pick, good escape with her E, getting the health regen off her ultimate, the lockdown if she ults another person. Yone ban for Hippogriff.
I actually like that ban. It's one of Hippogriff's comfort picks. It deals mixed damage into that Wukong and could potentially cause him some issues.
Yeah. Yeah, red side seems looking just, pretty standard right now. What were you about to say?
I'd really like to see blue team take another AP top laner away from Hippogriff. If he plays the Mordekaiser, I'm not sure if he's super comfortable on it, but giving Tranimal a good matchup into Hippogriff is definitely one of the keys to success for Control's team, because if they can get that early pressure instead, and the Maokai taken away, interesting. They don't.
Yeah.
They thought the Maokai was the issue, not the Seraphine, so that's what they're gonna pull the trigger on.
Yeah, gonna have to force IREP on to another different pick this game. You know, we'll see what he pulls out of the buckets. The Mundo Hover,
Not quite allowed yet, but I like the
not
thought.
yet. Oh, I haven't seen that like much gameplay on the new Mundo yet since he came out today. But Aatrox's going to Hippogriff there.
To say the least, he is frustrating to play against. It's like if they took last patch's Mundo and made him a Season 11 champ.
Like just a couple days ago, I re-rolled into Mr. Mundoverse, and you know, other than corporate, I'm thinking that one's probably like my favorite skin from him.
That is a personal favorite of mine. I have a very popular the Mundo April Fool's skin.
Ooh.
Very big fan of that. It controls Corki coming out. We saw him have a lot of success with that last week.
Yeah. Similar playstyle to Ziggs, you get to poke a lot with the ultimate instead of the Q on Corki, but that
Deals
ult damage
80
is nothing to scoff at, especially once he gets the big one. I think that's what
Not at all.
what it's called, right?
Yeah, the big one. The every
The
third
red
missile.
rocket, yeah.
The red rocket, indeed. Ooh, and is
Ooh.
it the Lee Sin pick for Little Garrett?
Oh,
Taking a page out of my book. Not bad. We'll see how he performs on that. Very big early game pressure champion.
yeah. You know, there might be a world in which they're playing Lee Sin top Wukong jungle, but you know, little Garrett was giving me a little insider information saying he wanted to play Lee Sin, so.
And the Shaco support for IREP.
Ooh.
Another double AP bot lane just looking to pump out that DPS.
Yeah. Just probably look to get an early sweeper to make sure that you're not walking into Shaco boxes 24/7, and lane's a little bit easier, but like I said, they don't really look to like interact with their opponents that much in the bot lane. And the Lee Sin is going to little Gary here.
Yep, that's what I like to see. I like
That
to
is-
see that Lee Sin jungle.
This is a hype pick right here. I have not seen Lil Garrett's Lee Sin in quite a while. We kind of like barred him from that champion in our collegiate scene last semester. We just had him on Udyr, Hecarim, Skarner every game, but
I mean, those were the champions that were playable jungle. Everything
they
else was-
very much were.
yeah, everything else was pretty much a wash. But Lee Sin really reemerged with some of the recent buffs to him. I mean, the nerf on him last patch that took a second off the Tempest Cripple. I just don't think it's a very meaningful nerf. I think
Yeah.
I think that champion still runs Rampage in every other lane he goes into.
I still just found it like really funny when they buffed his E, and then everyone was just like, "Oh hey, Lee Sin's a good champion again," and they were like, "Oh hey, Lee Sin works in lanes now," and then he just started dominating.
You can just play Lee Sin in 3 places now. It's the ultimate flex pick.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. On the topic of Little Garrett, I want to talk about him for a little bit because, you know, I know a couple people in this game, but Little Garrett's an interesting case. He's originally a top lane main. Fun fact that we kind of forced him into playing jungle because that was the one role that our team didn't have. He was one of the B team members at the start, and during a year ago, I think I was on the team that semester. They basically asked him to pick up jungle, and he picked it up really quick. He learned efficient pathing. He learned how to gank, and he's seen a lot of success. We all performed really well in last semester, and I like his jungle. I think he's a very competent jungler. You know, everyone has a couple glaring moments where they're not playing at their absolute best. Like I missed a couple rel engages when I played in my series a couple days ago, but overall, like, impressive player.
Yeah, I played against him in the Combine. And played against him personally. I was impressed. I heard he was, everybody was talking about how he's okay, you know, he's nothing special. I was pretty impressed with him in the Combine when we played. Thought he had a strong showing, surprised me with his pathing. Very proficient player.
Yeah. I not only want this game to go to game 3, or the series to go to game 3, because, you know, last game was an absolute banger to cast. This game looking like it's going to be the same thing with Urgot Jungle. But also just because of the amount of familiarity that I have with a lot of the players in here. Little Garrett and Althena being, you know, my players that I play with in my collegiate league. And then I'm also good friends with Matthias and Tailwhip. So it's really fun watching, you know, both of them having like a pair of people that I know and then watching them go head to head. This is like one of like a dream games of mine to cast.
Yeah, no, you love to see a game like this where you know a bunch of guys just going at it. It's super fun to watch.
Yeah,
Got
win or
about
lose,
30 seconds.
everyone's gonna have fun. You're gonna have the classic BM banter post game that always
Oh,
happens in friend groups, but
hope there's plenty of it. Hope there's plenty of it. It's always fun. Everybody loves to have fun and be nice, but sometimes you got to throw a little trash talk in there and make things interesting, you know?
oh yeah. But no, yeah, I'm really looking at this game and expecting like, you know, some really good plays here. 12-inch getting one of his main champions. Hippo on not the set, but still a strong laner into the Wukong. I don't know how the top lane matchup goes between those two, but it's like, you know, if this game is just as action packed as last one, then this is going to be an amazing game.
In my opinion, and my experience with everyone I've talked to who plays it, it's very Wukong favored after the W changes, because it
Mm.
provides a dash, so when Aatrox is going for those Qs, it makes it very difficult for him to hit him when you can just press a key and get a slight movement boost out of him. Especially on that Q3,
Yeah.
that big AoE right on top of you, he can just W behind him and completely negating a massive part of Aatrox's kit.
Yeah, I can see that.
We got the pings coming out. Looks like they're gonna try anything cheeky or just develop some Shaco boxes, get some early vision.
They might just try to run around the same strategy that they had last game. They might walk up, just try to get a little bit of vision. Instead of the Maokai saplings, it's the Shaco boxes, but looks like
Like
it's
what you
just going to be a standard 5 point from both teams, except not exactly because the Shaco box is now one of the 5 points.
Yes. It's gonna snuff out any idea Control's team has of invading, but it looks like they have zero plans whatsoever.
Yeah, looks like, you know, just casual, calm before whatever mad storm is about to happen this game, and it's times like this where you get to, you know, reflect on League of Legends and all the fun stuff that's about to happen in the game.
Be
Speaking
very
of,
interesting.
you know, going a little off topic, did you see the new bruiser item, I think it is, coming out
I
soon?
I did that deals the bonus damage to tower and gives bonus resistances.
Yes, the baby banner of command is what I'm calling it.
Yes, they're breaking up Sanguine Blade into a good item, and then they're making Sanguine Blade a good item. So thank goodness. But yeah, no, that's gonna be very exciting. I think the top lane meta is really gonna get shaken up a lot more than people expect with these upcoming changes.
Yeah, with all the Stridebreaker change coming through, the I'm a fan of the Force of Nature change too.
So am I. I think that's a really good change. I think tank items as a whole, here we get some early trading.
Yeah, just normal trading for Wukong, getting the E, walking away, slapping him around a little bit.
I've even heard with the recent Stridebreaker changes, people have been talking about Alawi becoming much more of a power pick because you
Oh,
just
I can
Stridebreaker
imagine, yeah.
R and people can't get away from your tentacles.
Yeah.
Before, it was much easier just to walk away from Alawi without any slows, and it looks like, yeah, just standard trading up top. Tranimal
Yeah.
might look for something level 2. He's getting it off the first melee minion to die, so we'll see if he goes for anything here. There it is.
He does
Gotta
have the
level up.
flash instead of the ignite teleport this time, so can't be too cheeky with it, but
Nope, not at all. Hippogriff kind of playing up here. Lands the
yeah.
Q3.
Corky might be looking to mess around with the Urgot there, but he's just gonna walk away. They got the ward on it, so they know that the Urgot's topside.
Early ward. Little Garrett.
Jungler's looking kinda even right now. Little Garrett just slightly behind the Urgot, but
Yep, because
they should just be meeting up on the top side.
I'm assuming Little Garrett would end up taking that crop, so
Ira
chance.
getting real
Ira,
aggressive there, just
Yeah.
walking up, putting a box down, slapping him, and walking away.
quite bold without the flash. Interestingly enough, opted for barrier over exhaust. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. That can not having exhaust against a champ like Corky when that package comes down can be devastating.
Oh yeah.
Especially a Wukong as well. Oh, and it
Oh,
looks
but
like
we
got an
see
early
little
gank
Garrett on the
now.
top side. Oh, tried to
Oh,
predict the
goes-
flash with the Q
oh.
there. Put a little respect on it, but they do end up getting the flash at the end of the day.
A little
So
ambitious there by Little Garrett, but I like the thought. Got the flash anyway, though. And it
on a
looks like
flash
blue
for
team-
nothing. But Urgot is looking to mess with him down here on the crab. Corky is walking up though. I don't know if the Urgot knows that. He's just gonna walk away once the Q connects.
Yeah. I mean, there's no prio. This is a good move by Control. Getting we'll see the smite coming out from Little Garrett. No, he will opt to not smite it.
He's gonna look to get the smite to secure instead of breaking the shield, but now the Urgot can contest. Urgot stayed in lane after that, I believe. He's still looking a little low, but Garrett gets the crab, walks away.
Crab down a camp
Urgot's
still. 12
just
inch.
chilling, waiting to see if he walked down, but he's just gonna go right to his grump, and it looks like the Urgot's just gonna try to get the bot crab. Scaring away the Corki from mid lane, getting him away from the farm. He is just running at him. No fear. But yeah, Shaco's already up there. This is just gonna be a crab for the side of the footlongs. I want to keep saying the 12 inchers, but that's only one player.
Just a one crab for one. Looks like 12 inch still having a camp advantage over Little Garrett. Out clearing him a little bit better, having a little bit more efficient pathing. Little Garrett, interestingly enough, is opting to go top. He's paying for it right away. Looking
Yeah.
to punish no flash.
I think it's a smart play. Just trying to get a lead for Tranimal, it looks like, instead of getting himself more forward by clearing the bot side. But if he shows up there, red side could just look for the dragon, and it looks like, you know, Tranimal might be saying not to come up there. He's just gonna go back to clearing. Probably just clear down bot towards the dragon. Might see some action in the bot side with Urgot moving top. He won't be able to counter gank that anymore. And Tranimal just doing some standard Wukong stuff, using the clone to block the Aatrox W there. Yeah, this is a... Oh, Little Garrett is topside here. No flash on the Aatrox. We'll see how he plays this. Teleport coming in from Seraphine, though. Alright, and that's just gonna scare him away. Urgot's still here.
It's a potential kill window.
Tranimal
getting a little ambitious there, but it looks like they're just gonna walk out.
Yeah. Seraphine hadn't recalled yet, so she's just gonna get the port top, get the pressure, ensure the Hippogriff can stay alive and stay healthy. Get the reset off and just walk back bot with a Tear and a Dark Seal.
I mean, I like Control's spot lane, Tactics, and Matthias getting that wave shoved in. I wish they would have gotten that second wave to crash, so Tail Whip would have missed a full cannon wave and a second wave, but it might actually just crash anyway. It looks like IREP's picking up all that XP, so we'll see if Tactics and Matthias can convert that to a larger advantage soon.
As a support player, that's like one of the best feelings when your ADC just teleports away and you're like, oh god, I actually get XP.
I get XP now, and gold.
And gold, dude. I'm a support player in jungle secondary, though. Last hitting's kind of foreign to me. Especially when I'm playing, like, Rel or something, so I'm, like, trying to sit there and auto-attack the minions, and I'm dealing, like, 30 damage.
You obviously need to get a little better at griefing your AD carry then. Oh, IREP getting
IREP's kind of deep here. Still without the flash. The box takes the binding from the Morgana, though. He just gets to walk away for that.
Ooh, that was
pretty greedy for there, but...
Yeah, I was very worried. Figured he was just gonna die, but
yeah,
still up free. It's like 12 inch is gonna get third crab of the game. Get a little two crabs to one advantage. Let's see if he looks for this dragon. He's got his R up.
It is boarded out. Little Garrett's on the other side of the pit. Urgot is level 6, but, you know, the smite changes. It's all based on the item. Garrett actually finished his smite already.
He does not have it up, unfortunately.
If only he did. It's still a little, like, glitchy over there, so it's hard to tell,
getting bound.
Little Garrett in the pit now, flashing back out once he gets hit with the Urgot ult. They're just gonna look to poke it down. Urgot does secure the smite, however, and they walk away back into their jungle and lanes.
Shocked Matthias, sorry. IREP was able to get out of that again. Jeez, he's playing super aggressively this game.
Playing super aggressive, but he's playing a champion that's basically a bar of soap. You can just build cooldown on that champion and Q like every 5 seconds, I think.
Yep. It's a very short cooldown. He's got that blasting one too, so he's pumping out a lot of damage on that champion.
Yeah, he's just looking for the boxes. He's looking for the E poke where he can.
Curious if he's maxing his E, the 2-ship poison, or the box first. Like to be able to see that if possible.
I'm also kind of curious. The
Looks like
boxes.
he's opting for the Emax.
He's opting. Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, especially after the recent nerfs to the W, it makes a lot of sense. Get a
Yeah.
lot more guaranteed poke.
He just gets to walk up, do exactly that, and walk away.
Yep. Yeah. Doing a lot of good work in this.
I missed before our last preseason with the item update because I used to actually play Shaco support like before they did like the Moonstone thing because he got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I just picked it as like a counter to like Blitzcrank and Nautilus because they just throw a hook at you, you put a box down, and it's like, oh well, there it goes, and now you're over here.
Gilwip doing a very good job of farming down here. Hippogriff with the whole level advantage up top. I'd imagine Tranibal's gonna hit 8 off this wave though. It is quite the large wave.
Yeah, CS gap and top side, but yeah, it's a Wukong with the Sheen, so he can fight, but both junglers are positioning around the top side of the map here.
Merchant's here for the counter gank. Tranimal might get almost gotten taken down by Hippogriff. He was threatening him.
Yeah,
Hippogriff really showing up this series.
Tranimal living on death's door right now. He is 1 Urgot ult away, but there it goes a little to the left, but
A little overzealous on that Urgot ult, but I like the idea.
yeah, I could see him fishing for it. I mean, like, it'd be so disheartening if you're just chilling there and then all of a sudden that chain hits you and it's just death.
Something to watch for the Matthias' Black Shield. Pretty much a de facto counter to Urgot ult, so we'll have to see what ends up happening there. If he can save a couple people's lives with a timely Black Shield, it'd be very nice to see.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I rep looking to reset, probably get a mana crystal here and maybe an amp tome as well. Oh, opting for the old corrupting pot.
Oh,
Interesting. That is
let's get the mana.
oh,
Oh,
here we
Corky
go.
packaging onto the Victor, just looking for the poke damage with it. It's probably about to expire. Just wanted to half health the Victor real quick. That gives him a decent bit of pressure in lane.
A nice little health advantage. And Althena without the
Oh!
TP. Ooh, Tranimal.
Hippogriff predicting the E there.
Yeah, not going the right direction with the W there, Tranimal. Gotta dodge that Q3 from Aatrox. That's what makes or breaks that lane up there.
But this
Looks
whole
like little
time, Lee
Garrett's
Sin's
getting the
just
Herald.
soloing Rift Herald. Urgot is around, but Lee Sin's just going to be able to walk away. Maybe.
Not good from right out of 12 inches nose. He doesn't have a ward hop up, notably, because he's got that Herald in inventory. So we'll have to see if he could get punished for that in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, this game, it's had its moments where this is looking like an LCS game. We're almost 12 minutes in, and we haven't had a kill yet.
Low and
This isn't the
steady.
TCL I'm used to.
Tail Whip, interestingly enough, not even a CS deficit for that teleport top he did earlier, and it's about to come back up too.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. He's just efficiently farming with that Q, just knocking him down. Control also farming quite nicely in the mid lane, just Valkyrie forward. Jesus.
Oh, that's a lot of burst damage coming off
He had a
from Corky
massive
there.
chunk. Althena's
Just
in,
a Sheen and a Warhammer.
Althena's in really no man's land of summoner spells because he just barely doesn't have that that TP up, so he's gonna miss a lot. Oh, he's gonna lose out on a ton of gold mid. Get
Yeah,
that
this is
Herald
going to
and
be
get some
a
plates for
lot of
control.
plates going in for the side of blue here.
Yeah, I like this play by Little Garrett. You're not necessarily getting mid tower right away, but you're playing for that second potential Rift Herald take, and especially against a Victor, all damage on the mid tower is good damage.
Yeah. Dragon is spawning up real quick here, give it like about 30 seconds. We don't have objective timers on, but Ezreal already had to reset. Morgana's resetting now. This is probably just going to be another dragon for the side of Footlongs here.
Control has TP up, but I'd imagine they wouldn't contest this. Trainum also has a wave at his tower right now, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, bot lane recalling when they did was basically like the death sentence for this dragon. Unless Little Garrett finds a miracle steal here, but I don't think he's looking for it. Seraphine ult goes
Seraphine
wide,
hard.
however.
Oh, R almost snagged it from tactics. I rep kind of in no man's land right now. He should have that deceive back up though, so he should be okay.
Here's the Tranimal teleporting top. He's just gonna be chilling back in lane. Hippogriff does have teleport up to for
here we
wants
go,
to,
the
but he's just
all-in from
looking for the
Tranimal.
all-in, hitting the R1, missing the
Next
R2. He's
R2.
just gonna walk away. Hippogriff's gonna reset. take that win. He knows he has a lot of pressure in the lane now without the Wukong ultimate and teleport, so he'll more than likely just look to get back to lane and maybe try to look for a kill here if he can call up 12-inch to confirm it with an ultimate.
In this mid lane, I'm excited to see what Control ends up doing, because you can obviously go for your Divine Sunder, or you can go for the more traditional Essence Reaver, go old school. Maybe pick up the shield though. I think could be very valuable into the side of 12-inch, but we'll have to see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, IREP's still just getting that cheeky little poke damage in. I swear, like, they don't have a sweeper yet either.
Yeah, just being a bully in lane. Matthias needs to get that sweeper. Oh, good bind by Matthias, speaking of. Matthias needs to get that sweeper just right away, because those Shaco boxes are just going to torment you if you don't get a sweeper.
Yeah. Honestly, like, if this were me, I'd just start the sweeper into this matchup, just because you know that when you walk into lane, he's going to have the boxes put down.
No,
And also,
a lot of people do like starting sweeper.
Yeah, he likes to, like, we've seen IREP, like, how he plays this lane. He likes to deceive a lot. He likes to get in through it, to Shiv and then leave. But trade happening topside while we're talking, but looks like action's all done. But yeah, the sweeper will also spot him when he's in deceive, so he can't really, it'll be a lot harder for him to go in and get those cheeky Qs, and then walk away.
Control taking a big chunk from Althena. He still has that R up, so Control really needs to be careful. Althena could just flash R him and maybe sneak in an E in there if he can get it off fast enough.
Maybe. Shaco's around too, but we have another teleport coming topside. Urgot is going to find the first blood onto Lee Sin.
Coming out. Looks like it's just going to be a 2 for nothing.
Yeah, Seraphine getting the kill for her teleport there. Tail's pretty happy about that, getting that gold income. First blood getting 2 kills there and a tower for their troubles. That was a pretty good play from the side of the Footlongs.
Not bad at all. 12-inch has just slowly built a CS canyon in the jungle, though. Down 50 CS for little Garrett. That is just massive.
Once he respawns, to see the level. What level? Is that a 4 level lead in the jungle?
Not level 11. It's only 2.
Oh, okay. It looks like 7 for me.
Control.
Yeah, another fight coming out. Another port coming in. Aatrox in the fight now, looking for the fray. Control finding his death.
Seems like more of a desperation play from Control. It looks like with those 2 longsword purchases, he's going to be opting for that traditional Essence Reaver, so we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, red side's just going to be looking to pressure the tower here. Looks like they're just going to get it too with this wave.
We've already got a 3k gold lead on our hands all of a sudden. 3 kills later and a couple towers, and we're up to 3.5k.
Yeah, red side just patiently playing out this game, waiting. They found their chance topside, and they just exploded the map with that play. Able to pick up 2 kills, 1 on the jungle, 1 on the bot laner, and then taking the tower, and then also getting the mid tower, in all within the span of like a minute and a half there.
Blew the game wide open.
Oh, maybe they heard me saying that this isn't the TCL I'm used to, and then they just decided, you know, to throw it down.
It must be ghosting the stream.
Maybe. I hope not, you know, breaking the rules, but...
IREP looking to max that Deceive second. I just saw that. Interesting, he's not going for the Jack in the box. It increases the fear duration, if I'm correct. So interesting decision on his part, but this 3rd dragon spawning in 40 seconds. Another boring Cloud Soul, but hey, you get what you get.
Oh yeah, we do have the timers up there. I'm blind, I guess. Not even just colorblind, but... Yeah, Urgot's positioning here might be looking to get a cheeky pick here. Morgana with the sweeper now, though. He's just taking the red buff right in front of him. Morgana can collapse here.
Matthias has a very easy collapse here.
Smites away. He's just gonna get to walk out of that for free.
Yeah.
Althena teleporting just to be sure that if a fight did ensue there, he'd be able to get there first. Have the numbers advantage. Dragon is about to be up, though, and it looks like we'll have another fight breaking out for it.
We'll leave the jungle.
Cheeky little binding. Oh, fight in the top lane. Control Hippogriff. Hippogriff Eing in, getting the solo kill onto Control.
Oh my goodness, Hippogriff just ran Control over.
So we now have a 4v4 fight on the bot side with the dragon, but the entire time Hippo is just going to be hitting the tower unless he's going to have to find a teleport somewhere, but I don't think he has it. Yeah, it's just gonna be a free dragon to the side of 12-inch.
Really honest, if they took the fight, I don't think it would even matter if
Yeah.
Hippogriff had TP or not.
Oh,
Little
but they
Garrett
are looking for Hippogriff. We'll
has
see
the
how he
flash
plays
up. Let's
this.
see if he chooses to R
It's the
flash him.
Q
but
waiting for Tranimal, I guess.
Here we go. 2-level
Ults him
lead.
into the wall, follow the Q, and that's just a kill
the
on the little
Lee Sin
Garrett.
got the shutdown. That's not what you want. You'd much rather that goal go into the Wukong.
I
Especially
agree
with
there.
that big deficit, that's tough.
Oh, and 12-inch is just
12-inch.
gonna walk into the jungle again. Look the fight here. Wukong is around, but so is the Seraphine. There's just another little scrap ensuing here. Seraphine ultimate missing
Zhonya's
because of the Zhonya's.
Looks like it's not going to matter. The R coming
Oh,
out.
Urgot finding its target.
Bias must not have had the black shield, unfortunate.
I think he used it a little bit earlier before he used the Zhonya's there, but this fight's still going down. Oh, that's a big Victor stun, followed up by the Seraphine, but nothing's going to be found from it.
Great gravity field by the Victor. Little Garrett
Animal's
doesn't
on
quite
the
have that
flank
kick
here.
out. Animal doesn't have the Cyclone for Wukong though, so I
Yeah,
can't imagine
making
Blue
the
Team would
smart
pull the
choice
trigger
to
on
not try to fight that.
that. Yep.
But red side's just going to be taking everything on this blue side bot jungle here.
Yeah, everything they could possibly want. 12-inch getting chunked out. He's kind of in a rough spot, but he still has that Seraphine, so that health is pretty deceptive.
Yep, little Garrett smiting the Krugs down there. Still around in case the fight breaks out, but red side probably should just walk away here. More poke damage from the Jack in the Boxes from IREP, but like you said, they're only level 1, so they're not doing a whole lot, but...
12-inch with a potential Flame Horizon in the jungle. Be sure to watch for that. We'll
Oh,
see if we
yeah.
can pull that off. That would be very impressive.
We are at the 20-minute mark now, however, so Baron is on the map. We're going to see how red side, if they can, just push their lead with the Baron. An early Baron here would be kind of nice to see, but...
Compared to last
know.
game, they got a much better comp for taking Baron.
Mm-hmm.
But if Control ever has that package, it's just Rumble ult on steroids. You got to be careful about that.
Mm-hmm.
Finishing that Essence Reaper, he's got that nice 2-item spike.
Yeah, he's going to be looking pretty strong here. Package should be
Yeah.
coming up relatively soon.
Once he gets
Oh,
that
Irish-
mythic, too.
IREP sending the boxes in with the blast plant. Little Garrett just trying to recall, but I can assume it's just going to keep getting canceled. Oh, it doesn't spot him? Oh, it does.
Oh, here we go, little Garrett.
Finds the real one. Gets hit by the fear. IREP's just going to walk away because Shaco's an annoying champion.
I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but it was the Shaco clone died on a blast cone, and someone hit the blast cone, and the boxes flew apart. It was a massive ring.
That sounds pretty funny.
Great
It looks like the
video.
Urgot
Oh,
went
is that
wide
the
there.
Urgot ult that
I
just
think
came
so.
out? Doesn't show that it's down on the cooldowns, but I swore I saw it.
That's what it looked like. I don't think that could have been anything else. It is still a little
Nah.
laggy on our end, but I think yeah, it's stepping down now, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Urgot ult that was coming out. Massive slow if that connects.
Yeah.
12-inch finishing the horizon in the jungle.
Little Garrett resetting in base. This might just be a Baron take for
Yeah.
12-inch again.
I can definitely go for it here. Hippogriff with a 2-level lead. Tranimal cannot hold a
Yeah, maybe
candle
we'll
to
trade.
this guy.
Yeah.
They started Baron, but they're just gonna.
They
back
know they're
off.
in the area now. Hippogriff
Little
keeping up the
Garrett.
pressure just so Tranimal can't teleport if he has to. But he does have the Corki walking down bot side with him. So they might be looking to fight this.
Have TP
See if
up,
the
so maybe
Cyclone comes out.
They might be trying to bait. Oh,
Yep.
here we go. Cyclone 1 comes out.
There's
World Ender pop for
Cyclone
Hippogriff, and it looks like he's just out. Looks like that's
getting that
that's
little
the
bit of
go
bonus
button
move
there.
speed, walking away. Baron is being started.
Nothing
IREP
trolling
sending in the
Tranimal, but that's
clones.
TP. Little Garrett, don't connect.
Oh!
Oh my goodness!
Little Garrett, I don't. That
Oh
was.
my god! No, that's not
Wow.
what you want. That is not what you want. I'm surprised they
That
didn't pull the
is
trigger on Baron right away after that.
Unfortunate.
That was tough to watch.
Oh. I don't even know how to react to that.
That is not
Jesus.
something you see every day. The Shaco clone activating the inner Lee syndrome in little Garrett's brain. He couldn't resist but taking the Q into the enemy team.
He just wanted the gold for killing the clone, and he got the gold for killing the clone, but it came at a price.
It came at a 300 gold price.
You know, it might be a net negative 290 gold play, but I mean, it's a play.
Play. It is forcing a play. We've got Cloud Soul on the table here, though. We'll see if they contest this. The control package being up.
Yeah. You're spotting Hippo, trying to reset in the bush. He's just gonna dash over the wall.
If you're red team, you really just want to skirmish this out and not force anything that would make the Corki want to pull the trigger on your team, because that package could be devastating. Just wait it out. This Cloud Dragon isn't going anywhere. Just play it slow.
Yeah. Just all hanging out, having a good time around the pit, looking for the poke damage where we can. Tranimal's looking for a cheeky little engage from the bush, but red side is not going to give it to him.
Your health's not going to go anywhere with Seraphine. You just got to wait out the Corki. Control starting to drag.
Control starting it. IRAP in the backline. Package is still available. They're fighting in a choke
Oh,
point.
here we go. The Wukong R coming out. Cyclone.
Yeah, Wukong R
Big
package
passive.
coming in. Big Seraphine ult though, however. Control sitting on the backline, Untail with Tranimal confirming the kill.
Great
This is
flank.
looking good for red side here. Control's a little caught out. Lee Sin
1 for
both
2
low.
so far. Ooh, looks like it's
Finding
gonna
the
be a
kill onto
3-4.
Control. Little
Four
Garrett
for
also
one.
dies in the end. Tranimal trying his best to get out of this, but I don't think you're ever getting away from this Aatrox. He's just gonna get the kill. He's just gonna auto attack, land the Qs, get the healing.
It'll take
This
a
is
minute.
lasting a lot longer than I thought it was.
It's,
He's actually walking up. He is keeping him here for quite a while. Do end up losing the dragon. Red side does
Aatrox
get
W?
it.
W?
Gets the
Yeah,
W.
No
Even if he
execute
missed
here.
that, that wouldn't have been an execute, I think. But
If I'm Hippogriff, I'm pinging the hell out of IREP for stealing that kill from me, and I'm flaming him to death right now. Just spent 30 seconds plus wailing on the Wukong, and that guy comes up and eased my kill. I would be so pissed if I was him.
alright, Baron's the only objective left on the map. This is going to be the next big fight brewing. I can feel it. Blue ward from the side of the blue team, spotting out, gets immediately taken, even though it was on a control ward.
Could be starting this, but I guess it just doesn't matter if you have Seraphine on your team. Just
He's got the
take damage.
Seraphine, he has the Disdain shield, he's just going to walk around using the shotgun knees on the champion. True Shot Barrage
Yeah.
coming in, giving a little bit of a leash for the Baron, and it's just going down. We're not even going to smite it.
I mean, it's really surprising that they opted for the Maokai ban over that Seraphine. I mean, it just feels like it's just done so much work in this series. I mean, we saw 30,000 healing in that last game alone from it.
Yeah,
That's
just the team presence that
numbers.
that champion has, just being able to heal and shield everyone for like 800, having the big ult that for some reason still gets extended range when it passes over allies. Like it's kind of a scary champion. IREP looking for a little bit of poke onto little Gary here with the Everfrost completed now.
Not going for that Leandry's interestingly enough. Going for the Everfrost. It's pretty good, especially because you're looking to peel Tranimal, Little Garrett, Control from your carries like that. I like the pickup. It'll slow you down a lot if you're a Lee Sin or a Wukong trying to dive that backline with your R's.
Yeah.
12
And
inch.
they're just gonna utilize their Baron buff, take even more objectives from the side of blue team. Corki package is gonna, or not package, Corki ultimate is going to be utilized to get the wave clear here, but that cannon minion is gonna take a little bit to kill. They're just gonna walk away. Tranimal's on the flank here though. Immediate Cyclone onto the Victor.
So
Getting the
Athena gets her
follow-up.
down.
Urgot
Oh,
ulting the
got Urgot
clone,
ulted.
but
Oh my
still
goodness.
managing to find the kill. Urgot will fall here. Althena doing a lot of damage. Controlled for
Dick's
the
got the
kill.
1K
Fighting in the
shutdown.
gravity field. Gets stunned.
How did that stun?
Tactics missing the True Shot Barrage. Althena playing that very well. All the meanwhile, bot is just getting taken down by 3 members and a clone, I should say. Little Garrett looking for a little bit of chip damage. This is going to be the first inhibitor of the game.
Now,
Bot is
right
now
now,
broken.
IREP's clone is playing like the MVP. He's gotten some kills for his own. He's playing pretty well.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
looks
they're
like
just going to look to walk top here. They have the Baron Wave still sitting there. Little Garrett, a little caught out here. Q's in, gets Black Shield, ults him away, but he's still going to end up dying. Matthias von Well's not in the best of spot, having to walk away. Tactics trying to wave clear, save his Nexus turrets. This might just be game.
2 dead on blue side. I don't think
Red
they
side
go
just
for it.
constantly shoving. They're waiting for the top wave to come in.
Nope. It looks like they're just gonna take a reset, spend all the standing gold they just picked up, and
Tranimal getting chased down through his jungle by Hippogriff. Just gonna look to waste some time is my guess. Baits him with the clone. Clone doesn't
Wait.
last that long, buddy. Oh, is that the clone?
Hippogriff?
Is that the clone?
Hippogriff?
Is that the clone? There's the clone.
Oh my goodness.
Just looking to waste some of their time, manages to make it out with just a little bit of damage taken, so...
I don't know exactly what Hippogriff was thinking in that situation, but I think his brain exploded.
Listen,
Can't say
like,
for sure.
it's just the mind games of Wukong, man. Like, sometimes you just can't tell.
No, you can't, especially when they updated how his the stop key works, where if you just press S, it looks like the Wukong clone.
Yeah.
That was an awesome change.
Package being
used on the
used
red
just to get
buff.
the red buff. Clears the ward, too, sitting in the bush. 3 to 14, though. 10k gold lead? 11k? 11k.
11k gold lead. It's
This is just one fight away from being GG's.
yeah. I really would have liked to see Control not pick up the package in that last fight, because now he's not gonna have it for the Elder Dragon. And hate to say it, but I can't see a world where they even come close to winning a fight without a massive package.
Honestly, at this point, the Elder Dragon is just like the insurance policy that just confirms that they win. The Flash Descent coming out from
Flash
Urgot,
lead.
followed by the Seraphine, getting rooted
the
under
turret
tower.
might be killed.
They're just gonna walk away. A couple ults blown there. They're just gonna look for this mid tower. Urgot tanking with Titanic. Tranimal
here we go,
flashing in with the
flash.
Cyclone. Getting a couple
R2 on the
people.
back line. Great R, really. Oh, imagine if they had the package here.
Yeah, this would be an amazing package fight. Hippogriff just fighting two people, flashing
Hippogriff's
in
not
to
even gonna
confirm
go
the
down.
kill.
He's almost back to full health.
Aatrox is a fun champion. He's looking for blood. He finds the Corki. He is chasing him down. Misses the Q2 or Q2. Tactics forced to arcane shift away. He can't wave clear this. This is looking like it'll be game.
Looks like
Inhib tower falls. IREP
Yeah.
Q's in, gets the Everfrost, and Urgot is CSing, boosting those stats at the end. And that is a
Footlong
clean
taking a
2-0 for the
2-0.
Footlongs.
another day at the office for Team Footlongs. They just cleaned that game up quickly. Ended it pretty concisely, too.
Yeah. Honestly, just like overall, really well played by all members of Footlongs, you know, showing off their various champ pools that they have. Other than Tail Whip and Althena playing the same champions 2 games in a row, but you know, it's fine.
And showing a lot of flexibility for the Footlongs, especially after they played so many games on the same comp.
Yeah.
Just like mixing out the champions, changing out
Hippogriff
the comps.
leading damage and healing done though. Hippo actually putting in so much work this series.
Massive series for Hippo.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Hippo interview. If,
Yeah,
you know, maybe we get a little bit of influence from chat if they have anything else.
Yeah,
But I'm leaning towards Hippo here.
I'm definitely leaning towards Hippo as well. I mean, going against Tranimal, who a lot of people viewed as just a vastly superior opponent, he really showed out in lane, really kind of whooped up on him.
Yeah. They finally put some respect on him in game 2, banned away his set, and he showed off that, you know, he can play more than set. He popped off on the Aatrox. He played the lane
too.
extremely well. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
perfect.
Hello, Hippo. How are you feeling after that 2-0?
Not too bad. Can't complain. Very, very. Honestly, it was just a very by the books game. IREP and I wanted to start doing dumb stuff in their jungle, but Captain said no. So
Yeah, what's that Captain says, Captain goes. Now the Aatrox pick in game 2, when they kind of pushed your champion pool by banning out your set and your Yone, is that a champion you're super comfortable on that you practice a lot?
Oh, 100%. We have been running Aatrox exclusively in our practices, and I got a good amount of solo queue games on him the other night. So like, they didn't put me on anything uncomfortable by any means.
Yeah,
it
awesome.
Sure didn't look like it. You were giving Tranimal hell up there.
Yeah, I feel like Tranimal felt I could feel the tilt in his play.
Yeah. Going back to a couple minutes before, how was your brain after Tranimal sat there and pretended to be the clone for like 10 seconds?
I mean,
What were comms like during that? I kind of want to know.
It's,
well, Yeah, everybody was screaming to back off. They want to engage on us, but like I was sitting there and the distance between them and us was so far that even if Wukong starts ulting onto us, like we just annihilate him. But yeah, I saw him and I was like, I'd smack him and then I'd just walk into the bush and he'd just still sit there. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. I mean, neither of us win or lose anything from that, so it was kind of just a heh XD moment.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to think of what else I can ask you about here. Like, yeah, you played like extremely well games 1 and 2. You wanna talk about any of your teammates, like the Seraphine porting up in both games to make sure that you got to stay healthy and alive?
Yeah, we run a ton of TPs just so like there are oh shit buttons, and honestly, I'm not even paying attention. I'm monkey brain fighting Tranimal, and then they just TP. I'm like, oh, hey team.
Cool. You guys are here.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. They got my back, and so I tell them to tell me to TP because again, monkey brain sees minions, and they need to tell me to TP. So
Yeah, yeah. Your team definitely has like the very unique play style, especially with IREP drawing the Shen ban both games because, like, I've seen your guys' bot lane before when you play like Senna Shen, and it's just like hilarious to watch. Like, you get
All over
ganked
the
top
map.
lane, and then like there's just an immediate Shen ult followed by the Senna ult, and then it's just like a
500
completely
damage
turned
shield at
fight.
level 6, and you're like, what is going on up here?
yeah,
But
they got my back. Our bot lane plays very safe, and I play kind of aggressive, and so they play to accommodate that.
yeah, it all balances out, and it's working for you guys. So I mean, like keep at it. I'd say practice more, but I feel like your team already does that enough. So
I don't know if I'd be surprised if any other team has at least 50% of the amount of games that we'd put in because we're probably nearing like 60 games in practice as a
Yeah,
team. And that's only on two comps.
you guys are pacing the hell out of everybody else in terms of games played together.
honestly, yeah.
And it's really showing. You guys got a lot of synergy. You guys are super comfortable playing with each other.
It's
Yeah.
funny because in the past seasons, we usually had like one or two teammates that it was somewhat hard to get a hold of. But now, like it's me because they're like, oh, I'm ready to practice like middle of the day. I'm like, bro, I'm at work. Or I anti flash will usually be working too, and so they're all practice ready to practice all the time, and so.
All right. One last question for you before we let you go. You guys are facing TJ's team next week. How are you feeling about that match?
I cannot wait to beat Andrew. Bad Barn is gonna
Okay.
get crushed.
Okay.
All
I like
right.
it. I like
He's
it. I like
he
it. I
was
like
he
it.
was my captain for 2 seasons, and now the chains have been unleashed for me, and so he'll face my wrath.
Those are definitely some fighting words for Bad Barn. I'm gonna get the pleasure of being able to cast that game next week too. So I'm hoping that you guys can pump out as fun of a series as this one was to cast tonight.
Nice. Well, I'll be looking forward to that. Thank you guys for your time casting. Good work.
Yeah, no
No
problem,
problem.
dude.
Hey, thanks for kicking butt. Good games, man.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
All right. Have a good one, dude.
You
Later, man.
too. Bye bye.
But yeah, that's looking like this is gonna wrap up the stream. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I would have wanted this to go to game three, but I mean, I'll take those 2 games that we just got to watch.
Yeah, 12 inches team looked super clean in that second game. Cleaned up on everything from that first game and just 2 really good wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it for tonight, lads. Thank you all once again for watch. Our next matchup, it looks like, is going to be Sunday, June 13th, where my team, the Kangaroo Corral, fights off against Team Chuck Brothers. And
should
your
be it.
caster, it'll be a fun series.
Should be a good matchup. I know
Yeah.
both those teams are eyeing a win. Really just kick things off the split, get the ball rolling for them finally.
Yeah. And your casters that night are going to be Blood and Rudy, so all the Rudy fans, maybe try to get him in a tank top again, but other than that, yeah, thank you all once again for coming in, checking out the stream, watching the gameplay. Thank you again, Fruge, for stepping in on short notice tonight. It was a pleasure casting with you, dude.
With you too, man. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. But all right, with that, boys, we're just about done. So
That'll do it for us for tonight.
we will be wishing everyone here a swell night, sweet dreams. Get that LP, get that money. You all got this.